All right, fresh off the release of his new album, Chadiohead 2, continues to push creative boundaries and represent real artistry. Please welcome to the show, Chadio. What's good, man? How are you today?
What up? Thanks so much for having me on, man. I'm doing
Yeah.
well.
Oh, for sure. Hey, real quick before we go into your new or your latest project, hey, let's talk about real quick where you were born, where you grew up, and where you hang your hat these days.
Sure. So I am Canadian, Canadian born and raised on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Vancouver, British Columbia is
Okay.
where I was born and where I've spent most of my life. Coming up as a shorty, just kind of bouncing around all over various places around Vancouver. I've lived in Surrey. I've lived well, primarily in Vancouver, but Surrey a couple times as well too, which is like an hour outside of Vancouver.
Yeah.
Most recently, I live in Kamloops now.
Okay.
So Kamloops is like a little town, probably about 3.5, 4 hours north of Vancouver.
All right.
So it's a little bit more like in the interior, but I've been here for about a year and a bit now.
Good, good. It's not as busy as Vancouver, right? Life's a little slower there, or is it a major city too?
It's starting to get there. I mean, like all the kind of surrounding
Yeah,
major towns are like they've all boomed. You know what I mean? So
because they push out of the main cities, right? Yeah.
exactly. So it's like there's like a tenth of the population up here than there is in Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there's still like, bad traffic at certain times of the day and that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So
Oh, all good, man. Well, good, man. I'm excited to get into your music. I'm excited to talk about Canadian hip hop, and I just love learning about different pockets of music. So this is great, man.
nice.
So real quick, what was your introduction to music? What were your parents, your family members listening to when you were young? Your earliest recollection of music?
Well, my parents were like always listening to car radio, like when we were driving around places.
All
So
right.
they're major like classic rock fans. Both my parents were born in 1960, so it's like they
Yeah.
came up around like the 70s and 80s and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they had me and my brother and sister when they were like pretty young, like in their 20s. So it's like I think passion projects and hobbies and things like music kind of took a back seat
Okay.
because they had us so young. But
Yeah.
I had a cousin named Chris who's 5 years older than me, and he would come babysit us. When I was like 7, 8 years old, and he would bring over the NWA tapes and the Two Live Crew tapes and MC Brains and Young MC and like
MC Brains, yeah.
bro, yeah. So yeah, it's like that was kind of like the formative like getting me into hip hop stuff, but I've always been a fan of music just from family members constantly playing stuff and having big collections and things like that.
All right, good. Well, hey, now, so you mentioned some of the artists that I grew up with or learned about at a really young age, and so when was the transition from fan to MC, right? When did you say like I'm gonna start trying to write some raps? What was the catalyst for that?
I remember that pretty distinctly. That was in like grade 8 when I was like 13 years old.
Oh
I,
man, okay.
yeah, it's like I remember like clear as day. Like there was like a girl I wanted to date, and she wasn't interested. And I was like, you know what? Like forget this, man. Like I'm gonna be a rapper. And like
Ah,
I remember telling all my boys too, like like this is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, just started writing raps. I think at around like 13, 14 years old.
that is funny, man.
Yeah.
I laugh because I did something similar to that, so that's kind of fun. But also, man, I mean, so okay, hey man, you listen to music, you're inspired to do it for whatever reason. But what was it? What was the scene like around you? You know, was everybody else doing it at school? What was it a big part of the scene?
No, I've always been a rap fan since like way back in the day. Like I said, my cousin Chris was really the one who like put me on and like got me
Yeah.
like interested in the stuff.
Okay.
But there wasn't, I was like we were all listening to rap in elementary school and stuff. Like we had a teacher that would let us show up to school early and we could like bring our rap tapes, like our explicit stuff that we can't listen to at home that we got to listen to on the headphones, but we could play them in this guy's class. So it was like
Awesome.
we're bumping doggy style, like a group of like 10 of us just
Yeah.
like crowded around a boombox, just like loving it and stuff, right?
Awesome. So,
Um, no one was really rapping, but there was a dude I went to school with named Brendan Hurley,
okay.
and he had put me on to the fact that his older brother, Berta Prey, was like doing stuff on the radio and had tapes out and things like that. So that was like a
Oh,
name that yeah, so that was a name I was like checking for like early on was Bird of
yeah.
Prey.
Oh, he's good. He's good people, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the best rappers, like period. Like
Yeah.
he's such a good writer and good dude. Love Bird.
Yeah, he's sick, man. Hey, man, so you get into the entry point, you get through the door, you start writing raps. And so who starts to influence you? Like, okay, hey, man, this is who I kind of want to be like. You kind of emulate somebody's style when you first start rapping. Who are you? Who are you trying to copy or at least mimic a little bit?
Ghostface and Raekwon, 100%.
Oh, man. Okay, the Woo. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like I was big. Like I live on the West Coast, but I'm a super big East Coast head as well too. So it's kind of like having best of both worlds. You know what I mean? Like
Good
the
choice.
lyricism on the East Coast was like what really like drew me into becoming a rapper.
Yeah.
The feel good, like laid back vibes of like West Coast beats and stuff like that is like always going to be a
Yeah.
big part of me. But yeah, the lyrics on the East Coast was like really what drew me in. So groups like Mobb Deep and Nas and Wu Tang, just trying to say like really fly stuff on the microphone and
Yeah.
slang and stuff like that. Like that was what like I
Yeah.
really that's what I like.
Yeah, they definitely had that unique slang. And it's funny you mentioned that. You do have a good mix where like I find Raekwon to be more lyrical, so you get that lyrical thing, but Ghost for me has this like very charismatic style, the way that he delivers the flow. So you do that a lot too in your rap too, where you fluctuate your voice. So I can see that as some inspiring figures in your style. That's pretty cool, man.
No
Cool.
doubt. No doubt. Yeah, Ghostface, yeah, he's got like a I don't know what it is about him. He just has this like kind of charisma.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a lot of the stuff he says, it's like you can't even understand what it is, but it sounds cool. And I
Yeah.
like that. I
They
like
put it
that.
together, man. That's like I don't think anybody's been able to emulate that where they just have this unique language and it just sounds cool as hell. So yeah.
Bro, I actually saw like in an interview, I can't remember, it might have been Drink Champs, but he like they were asking him like, what are you trying to say like on the mic or like, like what did you mean when you said like this and that? He's like, nothing. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
was like super refreshing for me to hear because like, it's like he's just trying to say like this sound fly. Doesn't need to
Yeah.
like necessarily mean anything, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I think I heard a deviation in that story too. Was like it was something like that too as well. And I can't remember if it was Ray. It was like I don't care if you know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Exactly.
yep. And that hit, man. So I'm like, okay, hey man, I don't care if they understand what I'm rapping about.
I mean, it's art, right? So it's like it could
Yeah,
be it could be subjective, or like
right.
let the listener draw their own conclusions or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's fun. That's the fun part, man. I always like deciphering people's lyrics, and it's always fun to me, man. I just like lyrics in general.
Dude, do you listen to Paul Barman?
So not as much as probably you do, because I know he's one of the guys that you said that you would love to work with him at some point, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just he's hilarious, and I think just the way that he puts words together is like completely unique versus like
Yeah,
your typical kind of rappers and stuff.
sure.
We tried to reach out to him like over a decade ago to see if he'd be interested in coming to play a show in Vancouver,
Oh
but
wow.
the response we got back was that he only does lectures at universities.
No
So
kidding.
I don't know if he was like
Messing
trolling
around.
us or whatever. Yeah,
Probably,
but
man. Well, those guys been
yeah,
around for a long time. But
yeah.
no, hey man, that's pretty cool. So yeah, he's a good one though for sure. And so okay, let's talk about real quick how you got your name. One of my favorite questions to ask folks.
Whoa. Okay. So like was playing around with like a bunch of different names
Okay.
before Chadio. Uh, I'm not going to go into what they were because they were really bad. But
Ah,
I had a homie named Ricky who's no longer with us, but he was like a big rap head as well too, like a couple years older than me. And it's like, yeah, just being like a shorty. I had younger siblings, but I didn't have any older siblings to kind of show me the way. So it's like I had my older cousin and like this guy Ricky, who I met at like a camp I used to go to, like in the summertime. He
yeah.
would bring like rap tapes to camp and stuff like that and put me onto a lot of East Coast stuff. And he was the one who actually was like, yo, like you should change your name to Chadio. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like there's already a Chadio. Like I knew of Crew and like I know rap. So it's like I knew there was already one out there. And I was like, I don't know if that's the greatest idea because this is like a time when like biting was frowned upon.
Yeah.
You gotta be original and like this and that, right? But he just insisted. He's like, nah, man, like, these guys like they're not even that good. Like, you know what I mean?
Ah,
And I was like, okay, man, like, you know, he's in the States, I'm in Canada. Maybe no one's gonna like, you know, but like, yeah, there's definitely been some, I guess like confusion over the years
yeah. Oh,
as to like, as to like, you know, you're not Chadio from Crew, are you? And it's like, no, man, I'm
yeah.
like, yeah. So,
Oh, okay. Well, hey, man, that's super cool. And shout out to your boy, man, who pitched that out to you. Um,
yeah,
what about, for someone learning about your music for the first time, how would you describe your style to someone hearing it for the first time, before they listen to that first record?
I would describe the style of music I make as headphone rap.
Okay.
So it's best heard on headphones.
Nice.
There's often, you know, nuances in what I'm saying, or,
Mhm.
you know, if you really want to catch stuff, like you got to like really listen to it. It's not like background rap music, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's for a listener.
No,
Um,
love it, man.
yeah.
No, that's dope, man. Well, hey, tell me real quick about just walking through your process when writing a song. You have any certain things that you do, some pre-game rituals before you write music, or do you write without a beat? And
No,
yeah.
it's like, huh, usually like a lot of my stuff before would just, or like, you know, prior to 2020, I would say it was just like, again, just like trying to channel Ghostface or Raekwon and like say some fly stuff.
Yeah.
Always got to have a beat. Like I'm always writing to a beat, whether it's, you know, an instrumental that's already been used or if it's like a brand new beat. I got to have something to write to.
Yeah.
I'm always writing in a book. I don't like use loose leaf papers or my phone or anything like that. It's always going to be in a rhyme book.
Oh, good.
Um,
Good for you, man.
so I've got books, right? Like since like '97,
Oh,
I've kept them all.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, like they're you know they're a joke to look at nowadays, but it's still pretty cool to
That's
just
history,
have all
man.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the rap I used to do back in the day was like on the radio and stuff like that. So it's got like, you know, when I used to call in and freestyle on radio stations,
Oh,
things like that. But mostly like my style nowadays is like I use a list method.
okay.
So before I start writing, I'll have a piece of paper and then just like start thinking of rhymes, and I'll get like the whole rhyme sheet kind of done before I start writing,
Okay.
and then write it around that way. And I got that method, was taught that method from my boy Aspire, who's
Okay.
in a group called the Main Offenders. They got it from Eminem. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
nice.
apparently that's how Eminem used to write his stuff, was have like a list of rhymes and then figure the rhyme out later, kind of thing. So that's
Yeah.
how I've been doing my stuff a lot lately.
All right, man. Well, what about performing, man? What's your favorite thing about performing live?
Man, I haven't performed live in so long.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard some
like
crazy stories. I think I heard you talking about one time, just you guys were on I don't know if you were in a tour bus or tour van. You were with Gumshoe and a couple of the other Canadian hip hop heads. And so, yeah, man, I'm sure you were all over the place, man, traveling up and down Canada,
we
with
used to,
east to
we
west.
used to. Yeah, like back in like I'm 43 now, and like back in our 20s, like we were getting busy, right? Like there
Yeah,
was like local hip hop shows happening pretty regularly in town, and then like
sure.
just other one-off shows happening with other promoters and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was like a lot of that happening like a long time ago. And then I think once like the weekly local hip hop night faded out, it was originally run by Cass Elliot and Leuven's Remy, and then they handed it off to Emotions, and he kind of like took, you know, kind of took it on for the next few years, and the venues changed and stuff. And I think like that whole crowd maybe got a little bit older
Yeah.
and then like stopped coming out to the shows. You know what I mean? Like I think like, you know, generations change and things like that. And once people start to get older and they got families and jobs, it might become harder to find time to make for hip hop and stuff, right? So
I hear that, man. You released your project with Han Solo. Can you tell me the story of how you connected with Thomas and how you became part of that roster?
yeah, it's actually a crazy story just because like Thomas has always like we've always been on his radar because he used to write for Exclaim magazine.
Ah,
Exclaim magazine is like a free newspaper style publication that like just covers all different aspects of of music. I think it's not just Canadian, but like American stuff too.
Dope.
But they would always have like reviews in the back of the paper and charts, like hip hop charts and things like that. So I think like all across Canada, the college radio stations are the
Yeah.
ones who kind of like report back, like what they're playing and stuff like that. So our
Yeah.
projects, like on the Imaginations Tree Trunk label, would like, you know, pretty constantly like get up on the charts, and Thomas would review our stuff, and that's kind of like how we knew each other back in the day. But
Hmm.
I wouldn't say we were like friends because
Okay.
like the reviews Thomas gave us weren't always like super favorable,
Okay.
which is fine. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Hey,
everyone's
man.
that
Love,
that's
hate.
that's what yeah, exactly, that's what a review is for, right? It's like you can actually get some constructive feedback and criticism and things like that. But yeah, good, bad press, whatever, it's all good, right? People
Yeah.
getting the name out.
Exactly. If they're
But yeah,
toxic.
back in like 2020, it was like pandemic time. Everyone's like, not able to go out and stuff. And
Yeah.
uh, Calgary producer, the Dirty Sample, we've
Okay.
been homies for years as well too. We've always wanted to work together. He was like, "Yo, let's do an album," or I was like, "Yo, let's do an album," because I was going through some stuff.
Okay.
I just wanted to get it off my chest, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, let's do it." And when it came time to like, release or drop, he's like, "Yo, why don't we put it through Han Solo?" Because he
Hmm.
already had a pretty good working relationship with Thomas,
Yeah.
and he was really the catalyst that got my foot in the door, and now
That's cool.
now we've done a bunch of stuff through them.
Yeah. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, so big up Thomas.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a good roster of music going. So let's talk about the new project, man. Pasquale's Chadiohead too, man. What you want to share a little bit about it and the inspiration behind that project?
Sure. Yeah, so like I don't know, Radiohead's one of my favorite bands of all time, if not
Oh,
my favorite band of all time. Gonna go see them in Denmark actually this December, which is pretty
sick.
cool. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think like I had the name Chadiohead before just because,
Yeah.
Chadio, radio, kind of like
Yeah.
similarities and stuff like that. So I was like super busy making beats back then just because there was nothing else to do,
Yeah.
and had whipped up just a whole bunch of like, Radiohead samples and put some drums over them kind of thing, just for fun.
Yeah.
And then just decided to see like what it would sound like if I took all the lyrics from the project that I did with Dirty Sample and put them over those beats. And
Yeah.
that's kind of where the first iteration came from.
Okay.
And then like pretty much right after I did that, I had like 40 other like Radiohead beats still sitting around. And I was like, you know what? I'll make a sequel while I'm at it too.
Oh,
And so what I did is I took the lyrics from my first solo album. It's called Underestimated Raindrops, and it came out in 2007.
okay.
And basically just took all the lyrics from that and then slapped them over some more Radiohead beats. So that's what's up with part two.
Very cool. Let's go ahead and pull the mask off and have you explain who Pasquale is, right?
Pasquale is my middle name.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pasquale was my grandfather.
Uh-huh.
I never got a chance to meet him. He died when my dad was really young.
Okay.
But when I started making beats, I just felt like I should have maybe a different production alias.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I know a lot of producers out there kind of produce under their rapper name as well too, or they kind of just have one name for the whole thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just wanted
Yeah, I like it,
to
man. Yes.
expand my horizons a little bit.
No, it's great, man. Well, good, man. Great project. And I know you got one that you send out for teasers. The I might be gone fishing, but really enjoyable project. So,
Thanks.
and you guys dropped that on CD and cassette, I think, right? On Hand Solo?
Yeah, I mean, we decided to do CDs as well this time because the cassettes the first time around sold out pretty quick.
They're fun.
So
Yeah. I love having cassettes.
yeah, cheers. And I think like yeah, the design on that one looked really cool too. Like I took a lot of the elements from a Radiohead album and like kind of revised it to make it Chadiohead. But yeah, it looked really cool. So I think that was like it's you know for people that are kind of like into that stuff.
Yeah. Well, good, man. Well, hey, one thing you're really good at too is your social media content, right? So I want to talk to you real quick about your Sunday bar series. And that was fun too, man. I really enjoyed watching all those videos. Last one,
Thanks, bro.
yeah, the Radiohead flip, Idiotech, man. That was a good video, man. I enjoyed it. But what's your philosophy on just pumping out social media content and what inspired you to put out these episodes?
Man, I hate social media.
Ah,
Um,
that's weird. You though.
no, it's like I hate it. It's like
Yeah.
it's become such a big part of being an artist now,
Yeah.
like constantly having content or things for people to check out. Like you can't just like drop something and like expect people to check for it like a month later, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Let it marinate.
yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy the shelf life of music nowadays, So I think it's just yeah, just about having something for people to engage with.
Mm.
I don't think I'm the greatest social media guy at all. Like I'm pretty lazy with my posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's necessary, especially if you've got projects coming down the pipe and you want more than just like 10 people to check it out.
Yeah, I think too it offers like an exclusive look at you outside of the album too, and it kind of gives an introduction or at least a deeper introduction to your personality. It was always fun for me anyway,
Thanks,
watching
bro.
watching your episodes. So really cool. I like that. You got a lot of projects on the page too, which is really cool. But how do you feel about the music scene these days? Do you like the rap that's out right now? Yeah. Do you have an opinion about it, or you just listen to what you listen?
Yeah, like I still am a big music guy and I listen to music like all day, every day.
Okay.
But it's harder to like get into newer stuff. And I don't mean like today's music. I just mean like acquiring new music
Okay.
because like I'm not a Spotify guy and I'm not an Apple Music guy and like I don't do the streaming services or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm still very old school where it's like everything is on iTunes on a hard drive and I prefer to have the physical like the songs like at my access whenever I want them kind of thing
That's
and
right.
and not having to pay a subscription for it. So I don't know. The whole state of that is like yeah, it's I'm going to the record stores and I'm still buying physical media and stuff. Like I buy CDs still, which is like completely weird, but
No,
um
I'm a collector too, man.
yeah,
I've got it all.
yeah. And like I like even in like the most recent years, I've been starting to feel like it's maybe time to get rid of the collection because
Mhm.
like it's a lot of physical media that like it's just me. I have nobody to leave it to like once I go, you know what I mean? And then I also feel like because we're getting older, the like up and coming generations probably aren't going to like give a crap about my massive underground Canadian hip hop collection.
Yeah,
Whereas like some dudes on Discogs are like, oh my god, like you have this and this and this, like, and they're scooping it up. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah. I'm
yeah,
that dude, man. I'm always looking for that piece, right? I've got stuff that I want in the collection, and
no doubt. Yeah,
yeah, it's fun, man. The treasure hunt of
exactly.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm living in a place now where they don't have too many used record shops or thrift stores, and I miss that. And, yeah,
no
so
doubt. It
well,
makes things exciting. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, you're just out and about and you can go dig for stuff. And
yeah,
then like that's just the fun of digging is you never know what you're gonna come across.
yeah,
You never know what you're gonna find. You know what I mean? Like yesterday I was like just listening to a record
yeah.
and this crazy sample came on. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna share this, you know what I mean? Because like
Oh.
I don't know, you don't always hear crazy samples like that. So yeah, it's on my story right now, I think.
Well, hey man, it was awesome. Thank you for the just walk through in history and talking to me about your project. And I look forward for everybody else getting a piece of it and getting to listen and getting their piece of Chadio. That's really awesome. I had a blast. I love to close the interview out though with like just some fun questions and stuff too, man. So
Fire away.
let us do that. All right, man. Let's do a softball real quick. What's the first non-rap album you bought?
Belle Biv DeVoe, Poison.
Oh, okay. I did buy that one too on cassette. All
Yeah,
right.
that was the first joint, 100%. Like my uncle used to, like I said, the whole family used to be in music and or into music and stuff. So I don't know how he came up on like just a lot of CDs one day. And then
Yeah.
he was like, "You want any of these?" And it was like that was like the only like black music or like urban music that like I had recognized. And I was like, "Oh, Chris had played this before." So I was like,
That's fine.
"Yoink!" Yeah,
Oh, it's good. Good album. Everybody loved Poison.
yeah.
Um, what is your favorite Olympic sport to watch?
I don't watch. Yeah, I don't watch.
Okay. Not
Yeah,
not
yeah. I'm not.
during the Olympics, huh?
No, I'm not into sports. I'm not into Olympics. I'm not into athletic stuff.
All
I don't think.
good. All
Yeah,
good.
like if I even had to think, I think I could like tell you one. I could probably say swimming, but that's
Ah,
just like the first thing that comes to mind.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's probably my favorite, but yeah,
All good. All right, your next question. If you could only bring one record to a desert island, what would it be?
Ooh, damn. One record to a desert island. Come here. I've got my dog here. He just woke up. He wants to go
Yeah.
outside for a pee.
All right.
Um, One record on a desert island. Dang. Like I'm so bad at like thinking of top 10 lists or what's your favorite this or that. Yeah, because like I could tell you something now and it would probably change like later on, but I think one of okay, I got it. Cannibal Ox, The Cold Vein.
Oh, that's a good one. Most
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's probably like a top five album for me. It's just like you can't listen to it all year round. It's like a winter, fall kind of album and
Yeah.
stuff, you know.
That's
But
funny. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a good one.
All right, good call. All right, last three questions for you. Your favorite book of all time?
I'm also not a reader. I don't really read, which is like it's sad to say that because I know that's like it's a big thing for a lot of people. Is fucking or sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear or
Oh,
not, but
good, man. I cuss all day. Shit.
uh,
You read your rhyme books, man. Huh, all right.
I don't really. I mean, like when I do try to curl up with a book and try to read something, I
Okay.
have a lot of books by Tom Robbins, if you
Okay.
know who that is.
I don't.
Um, he's an author from Seattle. I think he
Okay.
passed away recently, but he's got like kind of like a perverted mind and like weird kind of metaphors for things and stuff like that. Like he's a really interesting writer. I
Okay.
actually found out about him from Pipskid.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, man. What is the most surprising song on your playlist? Something people not associate with you.
Oh, bro, I've got a whole playlist called Guilty Pleasures. So it's like I'm super into that stuff, like cheesy music from the '90s,
Yeah,
pop music. Like
it's
I
good.
like that stuff a lot more than I should really be admitting. But like I don't know, man. Jane Child, I don't want to fall in love. Blondie, I touch myself.
Oh, I'm not mad
Uh,
at you, man. That's good
yeah,
music.
yeah. Fair enough. Guilty pleasure to me though. But
Hey,
yeah,
great. All right, final question for you, brother. You could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive. Who would it be?
damn. Like I really do not put like a lot of like I should be putting more thought into these kind of questions, I think.
No, I like these
Uh,
candid responses, man. I don't want anyone to think about them, man.
yeah, fair enough. If I could have dinner with anybody dead or alive, Prodigy, Mob Deep,
Oh, that's a good one, man.
the P.
I like it. Well,
Hell
good,
yeah.
brother. Thank you so much for your time. That was really fun. Had a good rundown of who Chadio is, your music, and just it was a good conversation, brother.
Cheers,
Uh,
brother. It's good to meet you too, man. It's like I've heard the name Memphis Reigns and heard your music over the years and stuff, and it's good to finally connect the dots.
yeah, absolutely. So with that, I want to turn the floor over to you for one final time before we close this session. So please.
Yeah, I got some music coming out.
Yeah,
I've been sitting on projects for a long time, but there's more stuff coming down the pipe, I promise. So the
excellent.
next things to check for me are going to be after Chadiohead 2 drops this week. There's
Okay.
going to be a beat tape by my alias Pasquale called Specials 2.
Hey,
Specials 1 came out on Han Solo like 4 years ago, so that's coming out. And
okay.
then my next solo rap project, which is called Draw Something. So check for that.
Stay tuned. Well, again, hey, thank you again. Happy Friday and enjoy your long weekend, right?
Cheers, my brother.